Welcome to Green Biz Studio. I'm John Davies, and I'm here today with Dawn Lippert, CEO of Elemental Accelerator. Welcome, Dawn.
Thank you. Great to be here. Appreciate it.
So, Dawn, you've had an exciting last year. So, tell me a little bit about what the evolution has been for Elemental Accelerator.
We have had a really exciting year. For the last 5 years or so, we've been Energy Accelerator and have funded a lot of companies and work and help scale companies and scale that effort. And this year, in April, we announced that we became Elemental Accelerator and announced a collaboration with Emerson Collective, and we're actually joining the Emerson Collective family as an initiative of the investment and philanthropic platform of Laurene Powell Jobs. And our vision there is to really focus on scaling the work we're doing in communities more broadly and make innovation more accessible and more integrated across communities beyond Hawaii.
So what are some of the things that have been funded or been approached by you, and some cool things that are going on at the Accelerator?
Yeah, well, we've been increasing our global footprint for the last number of years, and so that's come with some really amazing partners that we're working with. One is Vector in New Zealand, the Auckland utility, and then also partners in the Philippines, Tokyo Electric Power in Japan. And so we're actually starting to see projects rolling out throughout those geographies with our companies, which has been really important and exciting to see. So FreeWire, for example, is one of our companies that does robotic electric vehicle charging and also generators, and is deploying across New Zealand as well as other places. We're starting to deploy energy efficiency in some of these markets, energy storage, and actually other transportation and energy-related solutions. So actually seeing things move global and get deployed on the ground, I mean, that's what makes me really excited, gets me up in the morning.
So what's unique about Hawaii and how it's sort of helping this whole clean energy transformation?
So Hawaii is an amazing place to start a lot of this clean energy transformation because of our energy prices and the real need here. I mean, we're doing energy storage not just because someone says we should do energy storage, it seems like a good idea, but because we actually really need it in order to operate the grids and be more efficient and manage our electricity system. And the same thing is true in transportation. We have an amazing opportunity in transportation. And we also have some geographic constraints, which is that we're really far away from most things. We're the most isolated landmass in the world, but that's also a huge advantage in some ways in our relationships with Asia in particular. So we have partnerships with Vector in New Zealand, Tokyo Electric Power in Tokyo, First Philippines in the Philippines, and others sort of across Asia Pacific that we're working with. And what it means for us to be partnered with these people is not just that they're sort of supporting us and learning from what's happening in Hawaii, but they're actually deploying these technologies in their countries. And so we're seeing companies be able to scale internationally with very successful market pull and partners who have a lot of value to bring to the table.
So if I'm an entrepreneur with some great idea, how do I get involved with Elemental Accelerator?
Well, one thing to note is that as we changed our name from Energy Accelerator to Elemental Accelerator, one of the things that we wanted to do is really encourage companies from much broader kinds of industries to apply. We've been funding water, agriculture, transportation, cybersecurity for a number of years now, but sometimes our name Energy Accelerator was a little too limiting in communicating that to entrepreneurs. And so first and foremost, we want to attract entrepreneurs from across finance, cyber, agriculture, water, transportation, as well as sort of grid and energy efficiency. And we accept companies in an inter-application process once a year. That process is usually closes in May, and then we go through a really intensive summer due diligence time, which is where we are now. And then we'll bring on a new cohort of 12 to 15 companies that start this fall.
Fantastic. So they just go to Elemental Accelerator, or do they go to Emerson? Where should they look it up?
Yeah, they can go to elementalaccelerator.com, or they can also go to Emerson Collective, and we're linked there as well. And the key thing with what we're looking for in companies is we want to be deploying technology. So we are a much later stage accelerator program than other kinds of things like us, because we're looking for companies that are ready to go to market, ready to deploy, and ready to scale. And we actually fund up to $1 million for companies to implement and scale those projects, and we co-deploy the projects with them. So we're really focused on deployment, getting technology into communities, and doing the hard work of permitting it, interconnecting it, and getting through all of those hurdles to deploy new things. And we are doing that together with and in a way to lift up our community. So really working across community and with students and our local government and state government to bring all those parties together and deploy things faster than we otherwise could.
That's fantastic. I've been here with Dawn Lippert, CEO of Elemental Accelerator. Thanks, Dawn.
Thank you. Appreciate it.